Hello everyone to today's topic on strategic management. Basically, I'll give you an introduction with respect to what is strategic management per se. Strategic management, the meaning, the scope, and the relevance, how vibrant it is in today's VUCA world. VUCA, V-U-C-A, is volatile, uncertainty, complex, ambiguous word. In short, a dynamic world which is changing, ever changing, every passing moment. The evolution of strategic management, a term that encapsulates the business policy and corporate strategies as profoundly influenced by Peter Drucker's insights. Drucker emphasized the need for organizations to anticipate the future, balance and short-term and long-term goals, and take decisions action as of now. The foresight and the actions are encapsulated in strategic management, which aims at identifying and nurturing new business, new technologies with every passage of time. That is for the long range success that we talk about here, and that is what evolution of strategic management is all about. Remember, we are talking about business policy, we are talking about corporate strategy combined together, which anticipates not only short term nuances but long term goals over a period of time to take appropriate decision with the technologies, with the opportunities, with the threats in mind per se. So, prelude the evolutions to strategic management, the rapid changes in the global business environment driven by liberalization, privatization, and globalizations, along with technological and managerial innovations, have made strategic management indispensable, absolutely indispensable for navigating throughout the turbulent times of changes and seizing emerging opportunities as and when they happen, as and when they occur. You need to be vigilant enough so that your company can take away those opportunities and encash upon it. I'll give you an example. Apple Incorporation exemplifies strategic management through its innovation. Through its diversification market positioning strategies, Apple's strategic decisions to enter the smartphone market with iPhone and the personal entertainment market with an iPod and Apple Music showcase its ability to identify and create new markets, embodying Drucker's insight on anticipating and molding the future as the case might be. Let me give you the core concept to strategic management. Remember, strategic management integrates corporate strategies. It is all about corporate strategy and business strategy working in tandem to formulate, to implement, and evaluate decision that is based on the fact that the organization is able to achieve its objective much more easily, much more faster, much more quicker, and with less amount of effort, time, and money. It involves understanding of the firm's strategic position, making strategic choices in future and managing strategies as it happens thereby. So what are we looking into it? The corporate strategies and the business strategies. Remember, corporate strategies will be long-term strategies that we're talking about it. Whereas business strategy will be day-to-day operational short-term strategies. So corporate strategies are portfolio strategies. What business should we be in? Whereas comprehensive strategies would be all about competitive short-term strategies, how to succeed in the business. So that is what this manage is all about it, about strategic management in terms of corporate strategies and business strategies. The core competence is a concept popularized by Hamel and Prahlad are the unique strengths of an organization that enables it to achieve a competitive advantage. The core competence is what the company is excellent in performing and doing it, which probably becomes difficult for its competitor to emulate. And that is what core competence is all about it. These are about harmonizing technologies, production skills, and the organization of the work thereby. Decision classes and strategic level. Decisions in strategic management are categorized into strategic, administrative, operational, focuses on optimizing the resources, conversion process to meet the organizational objective as they happen. Strategies operate at different levels, including corporate strategies, business strategy, functional strategies, and operational strategies to go forward to it. That is what we will be looking forward. Let us come to the ambience of strategic. administrative and operational thing. Let's talk about the problem. In terms of strategy, is to select the product market mix and probably at what price point. That is what we are talking about, the return on investment. Where in the administrative, it is all about the firm resources for optimum purposes. What are the problems for operating to optimize realizations on return on investment potential per se? Now, look at strategic point of view as far as the nature of problems are concerned. Allocation of the total sources among product markets opportunities. In terms of administrative organization, acquisition and development of resources. In terms of operating, budgeting of resources among principal. Functional areas, scheduling resources, application, conversion, supervision, and control. Why do we talk about it? We have something called a key decisions. You know what happens with the strategic objectives and goals, diversification strategies, expansion strategies, administrative strategies, finance strategy, growth method, timing of growth as on when on basis. In terms of administrative, we are talking only about the organization, the structure, be it linear structure, be it a tall structure, be it a flat structure, the responsibility, the authorities flow around it, the structures of resource conversion, workflow, distribution system, facilities, location, resource acquisition, development, and so on and so forth. Similarly, for operating would be all about operating objectives, all about goal pricing, the output level, the operating level, and so on and so forth. What are we looking at it? Essentially, we are talking about the principal key decision. This is what we are looking, the key characteristics. As far as strategy is concerned, it is always central in character. As far as administrative is concerned, between operations and strategies, there might be a conflict as in what is going and who is going. But in cases of operating, it is all absolutely front end or decentralized process as far as decisions are to be taken care of. So yes, we have the corporate strategies right at the helm of affairs, but they can be into static business unit one, two, three, absolute different strategies. Every business unit might be having it. Mind you, this SBU might be product based or location based or vertical based. People might think, what is a vertical base? It can be an online and offline basis. But essentially, each SBU would be having a marketing strategy, operational strategy, finance strategies, and HR strategies, which translate nothing but we are talking about operational strategies per se. Example, the Tata Group in India operates across multiple industries from steel to software, TCS and Tata Steel. Just the company name that I just forwarded to you. Starting decision at the corporate level, such as entering the global automobile market with the acquisition of Jaguar, Land Rover are complementing the operational decision by optimizing manufacturing processes in a steel plant, showcasing the interplay between different levels of strategy thereby. What are we looking into it? We are talking about the characteristics, all about corporate, business, and functional strategies. In terms of scope, corporate has the complete organization at help. In terms of business, it is always located, focused onto the SBU or a single business company. But if it is functional, it is the HR as a function, marketing as a function, operation as a function, production as a function, supply chain as a function. That is what we are looking into it, the source and motivation, which can be directions. In corporate, it is the board which is issuing the powers or dictates. In business, it is the corporate strategies. Based on the strategies, we are taking the decisions around it. Function strategies is all about single day, SBU strategies, as on when on basis. Characteristics as far as responsibilities concerned, absolutely in corporate thing it will be top level corporate manager. In business level it will be top level SBU managers or top level single business company manager. In functional strategies will be functional level managers per se. The time horizon, corporate strategies is all about long term. In business strategies all about medium to long term, and in functional strategies all about short to long term. Specificity is what we talk about it. General statement of overall directions and intent, concrete and operational oriented, action oriented as the case might be. The role of strategies thereby various individuals, various groups, including the board of directors, general managers and corporate planners plays a pivotal roles in the strategic management process. Approaches to strategies make things very prescriptive and emergent strategies reflecting upon the different views that is being presented and how strategies are formulated often executed. So yes, I'll give you those two approaches as in the prescriptive approaches. It is the strategic analysis. What do we do about it? But based upon our own strength and weakness, internal part, and the opportunities and threats that is there in the external environment, we make an analysis and develop a strategy thereby. Once we have developed it and probably we go for implement it. This is all about prescriptive. It's not reactive. Remember. Now, what is reactive or emergent? We are talking about static analysis. This keeps on doing it. We are keeping on evaluating in time and again. So there is a complete to and fro, to and fro, to and fro about static development and implementation. What we do, something which clicks, something might not click, something needs to be tweaked, we need to do around it. That is the emergent or reflective approach that goes around it. The case study, the transformation of IBM. From essentially, remember, IBM stands for International Business Machine, essentially a hardware company to a leader in cloud computing and AI, artificial intelligence service under the leadership of CEOs Louis V. Gerstner Jr. and Ginny Rometty highlighted the role of top management in redefining the corporate strategies in response to the changing technological landscape per se. What is this? We're talking about the strategic management process, the process of comprises strategy formulation, that is objective setting, analyzing internal and external environment, generating an appropriate strategy being selected. This is all about implementation. Herein, we are talking about allocating resources, establishing structure, evaluation, controlling, monitoring outcome, and making adjustment thereby. What is SMP, strategic management process? We are talking about strategy formulation, strategy implementation, and evaluation control. Remember, in formulation process, we are determining the vision, mission, SWOT analysis. We are optimizing, generating alternative strategies, and evaluating and probably choosing one of those strategies. Once chosen, the strategy needs to be implemented. That is where we're talking about the SBU strategies. The leadership implementation, the communication strategy is the setting of the annual objectives. So what does it lead to? It leads to functional strategy, resource allocation, development policies, and organizational structuring. This is where it comes to the third step of evaluation and control, where we develop the performance standards, determine evaluation criteria and method, measuring of performances, taking a corrective action, analyzing the reason for deviations, if any. Example is the Starbucks expansion into China is a prime example of strategic management. From analysis, understanding the Chinese market tea preferences to implementing and adapting the product offering to including tea-centric beverages, evaluating, adjusting the strategies based on the market response per se. Principles of good strategy. Good strategy is characterized by its focus on structural industry changes, creating a unique organizational position and making trade-offs to ensure distinctiveness. What is TQM? The total quality management and strategic management. The total quality management aligns itself with strategic management by focusing on incremental and definite continuous improvement, customer satisfaction, integrating quality into every aspect of organizational strategies. Example, I'll give you an example of Toyota, right? Toyota's implementation of TPS, the Toyota Production System, if I say so, and its philosophy of continuous improvement, Kaizen, K-A-I-Z-E-N, Kaizen, demonstrate how total quality management principles can be integrated, manage into the static management, leading to higher level, not only in terms of quantity, but also in terms of quality, not only in terms of quality, but also in terms of efficiency. International static management, expanding the global requires adapting strategic management to consider international market, the modes of entry, the entry strategies, and the operational strategies thereby. And if you go about ISMPS, that's the International Strategic Management Process, we are talking about the corporate mission, the corporate objective, which percolates to international business objective. This is where we are again going for the SWOT analysis as far as environmental and internal organization when we go for a foreign market selection and thereby decide upon the entry modes. Strategic management process in MNC. MNC is multinational companies. Remember, MNC's missions are translated into objectives which further translate into strategies. Now, this is where you come as a SBU. Now, remember, since it is an international strategies, it becomes a foreign subsidiary 1, 2, and 3. Essentially, for each subsidiary, every country will have its own unique characteristics as far as opportunities and threats are concerned. Certain countries are overly regulated, overly governed. Certain countries are free to own. Obviously, there are certain countries which have been regulated through taxes. There are certain countries which are regulated or, in fact, unregulated, if I may say, as a single window clearing system. You go to one point of contact, the SPOC, single point of contact methodology, and gets your problem solved. So that is what the foreign subsidiary 2 strategy would be all about it, and so on and so forth. It can be refined time and again. Talking about the relevance and benefits, strategic management relevance has grown over a period of time with the needs of an organization to adapt, to change the business environment. It offers numerous benefits, including clear organizational direction, improved coordination, and enhanced competitiveness. Example is Netflix. Started a shift from the DVDs, the compact discs and the DVDs rental to a streaming service ahead of the market trends. Underscore the relevance of strategic management in anticipating the future development, relocating resources to seize emerging opportunities thereby. Now we come to the litigations or limitations, if I may say so, the challenges, the disadvantages. Despite this benefit, strategic management faces limitations such as dependency on accurate environmental analysis, which is very difficult to do, mind you, absolutely difficult to do. Implementation challenges is again difficult to monitor at times because of the complexity of the problem, because the company might be too big to monitor, and the need for flexibility and adaptation thereby as the way goes around it. But these can be rectified, these can be refined to a certain extent. With this, we come to the conclusion, the imperative of strategic management. In a dynamic global business landscape, strategic management stands as a critical discipline for organization, aiming to navigate the complexities of growth and competition by changes. By embracing strategic planning, execution, and adaptation, organization can position themselves for certain sustained success and resilience against unpredictability in the global market. With this, I sign off. Thank you for watching this video till the end.